tribal was certainly crazy, but now it's got me thinking. The big threats are going after each other now, so there's no need for me to enter the race. If I enter the race, become a big threat now in the next, let's say 3 to 6 days, I will probably be looked upon and probably targeted. So, although we're deep into the game, again, I need to probably hang low a little bit, you know, get through a couple more votes, and then try and strike, well, because the iron is not hot right now. There is no opportunity to flip. If I try and make big moves, go against the grain, I could be targeted, and I want to stay low and get deep into the game before I start making some big moves. It might be a bit risky, but at the moment I think it's my best bet. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, crazy vote. By the way, who voted Emily? No, that was me. Why'd you do that? Well, I kind of got a bit paranoid. I thought Josh might have an idol, and even if he did, he'd probably play it and stuff. So I thought chucking the vote on Emily would be a bit of a safety code, if that makes sense. Like, if Josh doesn't play his idol, he goes home. If he does play his idol, then Emily goes home. Well, good thing you did. Anyway, we need to try and get somebody to flip or something, try and find a crack in that alliance, I think, to take out Josh. I think that should be our next move. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So at the moment, essentially there's basically a big battle going along for power. Last tribal, the newbies had all the power because they had the numbers, but we had an idol, and so did they, but we also had Ken's wit, and Ken was able to completely decimate their attack against us, and now we're all tied up, but the dust hasn't settled yet. We still need to flip somebody or something to try and take out Josh, because at the moment I presume that we still want to take out Josh because he's probably the biggest threat from that side. So it just makes sense for, you know, the 4 of us to try and find a split in that group or a crack and use that to our advantage. That was disappointing, guys. Yeah, another good result from us. What do we do now? Well, I think it's pretty plain and simple. We need to find a crack in that group, otherwise we don't have a chance. It's going to be a tie and probably go down to rocks. Yeah, I guess that's our only option. So, a couple of things came out of last tribal other than the fact that it was a huge blindside. Emily going was devastating in my opinion. I liked her. We did a few things together. We were in an alliance. We were close. So seeing her go was definitely hard. But at the same time, Josh has lied to everybody again. He never told anybody about the idol, and that kind of makes me concerned about his loyalty to us. I mean, I guess it's not much of a surprise. I mean, if he had the idol, I wouldn't have expected him to tell us anyway, so that doesn't surprise me. But it does make me know he's a loose cannon and kind of might doubt our loyalty in the way we're going to move on as a group. But I guess we don't have much of a choice at the moment. Hey guys, I was thinking about working with Josh long term. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that as well. Like, coming back from tribal, I was shocked that he played an idol. I had no idea he had it, but I mean, you must admit, if he, it makes sense for him to have an idol and not tell us, right? Yeah, that just suits his character. So what do? Well, we have to work with him. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I'm not a big fan of Josh. I don't really want to work with him, but if we're going to work with him, we can't let him control our game. Yeah, I agree. Let's be real. We have no other option but to find a crack in the attorney's alliance. But long term, working with Josh is dangerous. I don't want to work with him, even though I said I wouldn't, but I did. And now I'm on that train. I have to keep moving with the train. So I still don't want him to dictate my game. I won't let him dictate my game. Even though we're on the same page on the next vote, because we have to be, doesn't mean I'm still willing to listen to what he says. I will play my own game, and once we get to a certain opportunity, we'll either get rid of him or do our own thing. Because working with Josh long term is just not going to happen. Oh, look who it is. Hey Josh. That's quite a good move you made. Thank you. Well, yeah. I mean, I know when there's a good move, so I'll admit it. What are you playing at? Well, here's the thing. Me and you are big threats, right? If me and you keep battling it out against each other, chaos will just ensue. I don't mind chaos. To me, this game is chaos. This game is a pit ready to swallow us all. This game is not a pit. This game is a ladder. Those who try to climb it, like you, fall and never get to try again, because the fall will break you. And some are given the chance to climb, but they refuse. They cling on to their alliances, luck, and hope, but it's all illusions. Only the ladder is real. The climb is all there is. Okay. Josh is trying to scare me. I don't know if it's because he's threatened by me, which he probably is threatened by me. He wants to scare me into forming an alliance, making me not play as aggressively, saying that I'll fall if I continue to play the way I am, even though I won't, you know? The mighty will always fall, but, you know, I'm mighty and I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to fall for his tricks. I know his player. I know the way he plays the game. I'm not going to work with him. Outside the major battle between the newbies and the returnees, there are some smaller battles. The battle of the physical between Chuck and Lucas, the battle of the social between everybody who says they're not playing a good game but at least they played socially, and the battle of the wit between me and Ken. Ken, you know, Ken had a laugh last tribal. He pulled off a good move, but I'm still in the game, and whoever laughs lasts, laughs longest. And I intend to make sure that at the end of the game, I'm at the final three. He's either on the jury or he's losing to me. I will win the $1 million, there's no doubt about it. Are you ready to get to your third immunity challenge? Yeah! For today's challenge, you will balance on top of these blocks. If you fall off, you're out of the challenge. Last person standing will win immunity, safe from the vote. Losers, trouble council where somebody will be the 9th person voted out of this game and the 3rd member of the jury. Alright, we'll draw for spots and we'll get started. Okay, everybody's in position and this challenge is on. Everybody, as usual, will have different strategies in tackling this challenge. So far, so good for everybody in the challenge. But like usual, everything can change in an instant. This challenge might look strength-based, but it is more endurance. How long can you balance there for? It will differ depending on what your strategy might be. Ooh, James's strategy is not that great. He's the first person out for this challenge. Everybody else has been going for 5 minutes. Keep it up. You guys have been going for 10 minutes. Keep it up. Ooh, Carol falls next. We're down to 6. Josh, Chuck, Hannah, Ken, Lindsay, and Lucas are still fighting it out for immunity. Everybody has been doing well. You guys have been going for 15 minutes. Congratulations, you guys have been going for 20 minutes. With the distractions of people falling around them, these guys have been solid throughout this challenge. Ooh, Ken falls off, which in turn distracts Lindsay. Meaning Lindsay and Ken are out, and we are down to 4. They are Lucas, Josh, Chuck, and Hannah, fighting it out for immunity. Everybody is still going strong. You guys have been going for 30 minutes. Keep it up. A little bit of movement from Josh. Josh, a lot of movement, trying to get back on track. Oh, but he falls. Now Chuck is starting to move. Chuck still moving. He's obviously distracted by when Josh fell. A lot of movement trying to get back on track for Chuck. But he's straightened up for now. After Chuck's little wobble, everybody else has been going for 14 minutes. Keep it up. Ooh, seemingly out of nowhere, Hannah falls, which means we're down to a showdown between Lucas and Chuck. Who would have thought? Lucas has stayed strong throughout the challenge. Meanwhile, Chuck had that little wobble, but other than that, he seemed very strong. Both Lucas and Chuck still going. They've been going for 50 minutes. Congratulations, you guys have been going for 1 hour, balancing just in this position. There's all of a sudden some movement from Chuck. But it doesn't matter. Lucas can't hold on much longer, meaning Chuck wins his first immunity challenge of the season. Congratulations, Chuck, on winning immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 7. As for the rest of you, Tribal Council tonight with somebody will be the 9th person voted out for this game. It will not be you. Alright, grab yourself a bet to camp. I'll see you guys tonight. Winning an immunity challenge feels great. I mean, just look at me. I beat Lucas, who was big rival. And I know I'm not going home tonight. I don't think I would have been targeted, but this just assures that I'm safe, and there's no real better feeling than this, I guess. I mean, I'm obviously a little bit nervous that I lost today's immunity challenge. I mean, I won the first one. I was somewhat close last immunity challenge, although that was a bit controversial. And then I came second in today's challenge, so if people are smart, I'll probably be on the chopping block again, and I wouldn't be surprised if my name comes up. However, you know, there was a lot of people that those newbies could target, and yeah, as much as I am one of them, there are other options than me, so at least I can feel a little bit safe. So, any ideas? Well, it's gonna be Josh, right? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Alright, Josh it is. Yep, I think that makes sense, but who do we flip? Well, in my opinion, I think we need to try and convince Hannah, Chuck and James to flip as well. I think it's better if we attack them as a group. Yeah, I think that's a smart way of going around it. Okay, I know I said I wanted to lay low a little bit, but it's been 3 days since I said that, and things are just a bit boring. I mean, there's a lot of stakes on the line. I mean, it could go down to a rock draw, people could flip, it could bamboozle like everybody's game. But I think it's a bit boring. It makes sense to take out Josh, it makes sense to try and flip some people, but I want some excitement. I've made it this far, I want some excitement, so maybe I need to pounce on an opportunity, but an opportunity isn't there, so realistically, it probably is smarter for me to maybe lay low a bit. Congratulations, Chuck. Thanks, guys. Alright, so who do we vote out? Well, I mean Ken, because he's more strategic. I don't know, I kind of think we should take Lucas out. Why Lucas? Well, looking at it, Lucas is a big threat, well, physically, and he played an idol, so he's got something on his resume now. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but Ken did kind of pull that move off. Yeah, Ken pulling that move off was a good move, but again, like Lucas has a good opportunity of making it to the end with his physical prowess, and he has that idle play to back up an opportunity to win. While Ken, yeah, he's a big player, but there's opportunities to take him out later, as I don't think he'll win an immunity challenge. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, me, Hannah, and Chuck trying to convince Josh that Lucas should be the target is a means to make sure that he knows that he's not controlling the game and he's not dictating our game. We're kind of using him as a vote. Hopefully he doesn't catch on to that we, you know, that he's not controlling everything, because he's power driven, and if he's power driven and he knows he's not having any power, then maybe he might flip and take one of us out. But at the moment, I think Lucas is a smart move. I haven't really seen anything else come up, so yeah, I feel like I'm in a good position. Free. Hey guys, what do you want? How much do you guys trust Josh? Well, as much as we always have. I mean, we're a bit hesitant to work with him. Why? Well, like, in our opinion, like, if you work with us, we can take Josh out. Like, take him out. Josh, I think he's the person who's keeping this battle between us just continuing. Like, take him out and things might change. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So you want Josh out? Yeah, that's kind of the idea. But what do you guys think? Well, we'll think about it. So, our plan is to approach, well, Chuck, Hannah, and James, and try and bring them in on our plan to take Josh out. We have a feeling they will, because, like they said, they don't really trust Josh. However, if they really think hard enough, they probably will realize that if they vote out Josh, then they're down numbers on us. But you know, that might not always go exactly according to plan. I mean, it probably will. I mean, it's going to be, I think, since they're smart players, what I'm trying to say is, they're smart players, and they'll probably be second-guessing working with us over the fact that if they do vote Josh, they'll be down numbers to us. So that's the difficult thing. How do we convince them to put themselves in a potentially dangerous position to take out Josh? What do you guys think of that? I've said it many times, I don't really want to work with Josh. I don't like him, I don't trust him. However, I think he's beneficial to our game as a vote. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't think he's really caught on to our plan of, like, not making them dictate our game, not allowing them to dictate our game and stuff like that. So I feel like working with him is better. However, you know, if we pass up this opportunity now, we'll probably go down to rocks, like thinking about it, unless we can flip one of them. So it's a bit dangerous. Do you think we try and flip one of them before we make our decision? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So there's an opportunity to take out Josh. I don't mind taking the opportunity, although it does put us in a bad position if we do it, and if we don't do it, it could go down to rocks. So the decision is to try and see if we can flip somebody, and then maybe make our decision. Like, obviously we want to use Josh as a vote, however, we know we might not get this opportunity to take him out again, so that definitely is a factor. Oh, hey Lindsay. Oh, hey you three, what do you want? Hey, what are you doing here? Well, here's the thing. I don't mind telling you the truth. So Lucas, Ken, and Carol, like, they want to take Josh out. Oh yeah, they told us. Oh really? So they want to try and flip you. I mean, I guess I knew that because they told me that. Why are you here? Well, I just kind of find it a bit boring. Like, I don't mind laying low a bit, taking Josh out might be a big move, but I just find it a bit boring going with the grain and stuff. I mean, I trust him and all, but yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm not doing enough and I find it a bit boring just hanging around. Well, that's actually a good thing because, like, would you consider, like, well, not like working with us long term, but working with us for this vote, because we either take out Josh or Lucas. Oh, interesting. I mean, I don't mind it. So it seems that if I work with Hannah, Chuck, and James for this vote, I'll be in a swing vote position, which will be pretty cool. I have an option. I can vote Josh, which will be pretty big, or I can vote Lucas, which will also be pretty big. They're both big threats. This is interesting because if things go south after tonight's vote, no matter what I do, I can always rely on James, Chuck, and Hannah. It's a pretty foolproof move for me, really, because this is an opportunity for me to really enter the race now. And all I had to do was nothing, really. I don't even know. I'm being brought in this purely by luck. I don't want to underplay my abilities, but yeah. Like I said, I did say I wanted to play low under the radar, but now I have an opportunity to make a big move, so I'm going to take it. So, what do you think's the best move? Well, let's look at it from both cases. Josh taking out Josh, Liz Cannon might not get the opportunity again, right? But we could use him technically as a shield, as a vote. He doesn't suspect that we're trying to play him and stuff, so it makes sense to keep him around. But like I said, we might not get this opportunity again. Yes, I think that's the same with Lucas as well. Like, he's a big threat. He played that idol play. He had he's winning challenges. He's a big challenge beast. You know, this might be our only opportunity. So it's a big decision. Well, there's a big decision for us to make tonight, and I'm happy about it. I'm actually getting excited. I think me, Lindsay, Hannah, Chuck will always have the power going into tonight, which is exciting. So I know for a fact I'm going to be on the right side of the vote tonight, if things go according to plan, which they should. Which is great, because I haven't always been on the right side of the vote. I haven't been on the right side of the vote for the last 2 tribal councils I've attended, so this is a good feeling. It's a feeling I've missed. Welcome, Guernsey tribe, to another merged tribal council. First things first, we're bringing the members of the jury, Rick and Emily, voted out at last night's tribal council. Alright, Josh, with the last tribal being as, well, big as it was, how does it make you feel coming into tonight's tribal? Well, obviously a little nervous, anything can happen, Jeff. We learned that from last tribal. But however, I don't think these people are really willing to do the same thing tonight. I think it's a bit risky and, well, with the idol's probably gone, it's a little unpredictable. So I think people will probably want to be playing it safe. Chuck, you won an immunity challenge for the first time. How does that make you feel? Well, obviously makes me feel good. I'm safe. I don't know if I needed it, but, you know, you never know. And at least with this on, I know I'm going to be staying here another 3 days, so that's cool. Lindsay, how do you feel coming in tonight's tribal? I feel great. I mean, obviously, like you said, last tribal might make us think a little bit harder, but I feel confident coming in, really. I feel like I'm going to make an impact. Carol, does Lindsay's response worry you? Well, yeah, it could. I mean, like, I like Lindsay and that all, but she's not as dumb as, like, she makes herself seem. No offense, Lindsay, none taken. She's a smart player. So yeah, she could be up to something. Alright, well that it is. Time to vote. James, you'll start us off.
Well, Josh, this is just a self-explanatory vote. You're a big freak, you've got to go home. Sorry. Lucas, I'd much rather be voting for Ken, but I'm voting for you, so read it and weep.
I'll tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Lucas. Second vote, Lucas. That's 2 votes, Lucas. Third vote, Josh. That's 2 votes, Lucas, 1 vote, Josh. Fourth vote, Lucas. That's 3 votes, Lucas, 1 vote, Josh. 4 votes left. Fifth vote, Josh. That's 2 votes, Josh. Josh, we're tied. 3 votes, Josh. 3 votes, Lucas. 2 votes left. 7th vote, Lucas. That's 4 votes, Lucas. 3 votes, Josh. 1 vote left. The 8th vote, and the 9th person voted out, and the 3rd member of the jury, Lucas. Lucas, that's 5. That's enough for tonight. I'll need you to bring me your torch.
Lucas, I owe you the debt of gratitude. Good luck, mate.
Lucas, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Well, congratulations to the 7 of you. You have now made it past a regular starting tribe number. You're down to 7 members. There is nowhere left to hide, as every single one of you know how everyone plays. Grab your torches back to camp. Good night. I'm obviously very disappointed. I made a big move last tribal. Well, helped out with a big move, and now I'm the next one out.
I mean, getting voted out here is just, it's definitely a step down from coming 5th last season, but you know, I wanted to play more aggressively, so I was always going to be targeted, so this isn't much of a surprise. I mean, I would have liked to win, but I mean, I guess I've got to take the fact that I played twice to consideration. I mean, I enjoyed playing the second time, and I'm honoured I did.
I won't lie, I'm disappointed, but it was fun. I never thought I would ever get a second chance, but I did, and well, although it wasn't as good as my first time out, I still thought I played well.